So this is a cold hard facts about what's going on today in the world. And it is what it is. But this is it. Modern day women. And when we say modern day women, it's literally these modern day women. Modern, which means new. These new women coming. Maybe not even some of the females my age, which is still kind of young, but not, and older. Maybe not some of y'all. And some of y'all too. But very modern, bruh. This is the mindset of these modern day women. And I'm just here to tell the truth. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. It is kind of, but because it's going to be bad later on. But here's the thing. They don't value relationships. They don't. They value and crave attention. And to be honest, this is what women have always craved since the beginning of time. Their need and thirst for attention is just at an all-time high because we're living in a different world where they can get so much of it. When they used to not be able to. Because now we got social media. Why do you think they're taking pictures of their ass all the time? Why do you think they're taking pictures of just their chest all the time? Tits, ass, the whole works. Guys. They're not necessarily doing this because they're literally a thought, a 304. Some of you guys might think that, that's a HOE. Oh, look at her. Not necessarily, bro. That might be HOE behavior. And you might think she is, but it's not always the case. What do you think happens when they post an average everyday picture and it don't do so well in likes? But when she posts her breasts, her ass, bikini, a little less clothes, all the way to where you can literally see her tits peeping out of her shirt. You guys know what I'm talking about. And the likes just go up. The followers go up. The attention goes up. It makes her feel better about herself. It makes her feel more alive. It makes her kind of compete with these models in a sense. Oh, I'm that hot, and she thinks she's that hot. Some of them are. Literally. This, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but it kind of is, but you get the point. This is what modern day women crave. Some of them even get into a relationship short term to see, oh shit, this does not make me feel better than being single, posting pictures of my breasts and my ass. I feel better doing this. So she's gonna break up with this dude and she's gonna go and do all that kind of stuff because she can still talk to these men, a whole bunch of them, instead of just coming to one guy, being bored, oh, he can't fulfill me by himself, blah, blah, blah. This is the world. Like, this is what's happening. Some of you guys literally wonder in your head, oh my God, why don't they want a relationship? This is why. Because their need and admiration and their addiction to attention outweighs what you can singly do for her. The bad thing about this is these women someday are gonna get older. That stuff is not gonna be as hot as it once was for them. And as a man, as long as you do the work, you're gonna get better over time. So By the time you get a bit older, she gets a bit older, you're going to be far out of her league. You're not going to want her no more. So it's this point where it's like, she didn't want you when you were young, but she don't want her when she's old. Women don't want men when they're young for the most part. And guess what? Most men don't want most women when they get older. So here's the thing. There's got to be this fine line where both parties understand this. You got to be smart about certain things, because if you can get her when she's young, you will keep her when she's old. But not everybody understands this. That's the thing. That's why, for the most part, men, and even the higher quality men that come from where I come from, they're into sports, they got height, they're good looking guys. Nothing wrong with them. They should have a girl. But here's the thing. They don't. Because younger, modern day women crave attention more. They're going to wait it out. They're riding that wave of being young and they're most beautiful and everything else, having their fun, doing this, doing that, while these guys are improving. By the time goes on, these guys are going to want younger women. They're going to get younger women who make a better choice when they're young. And then you're going to get these former hotties getting old. They can't get the man they want. They can't even get the attention they want no more. Everything just starts to crumble. They can still get a man, just not the man they really want. They're not going to be able to get as good of a man as they could have got because they got greedy. You know what happens when you get greedy? Nothing good. That's why every woman got to be on their P's and Q's. You got to make smart decisions. Women lack the ability to think long-term like men do. They always think in the current moment they're in right now, in their current bodies, in their current state of mind. That's how they think. They don't think long-term. They don't think, Only the smartest women do, and there's not that many. They literally think things are going to stay the same forever. They're still going to get the same amount of attention, respect, everything. And it's just not the case. It's just not how it works. And by the time they learn this, it is very much so far too late. Very much so. And that's a big mistake. That's a life-altering, life-costing mistake, because you did not have the capability to think long-term. And if you can't think long-term, you are screwed. It's like making money and you're just spending all your money, You're not thinking long-term. So you have no money. But if you kept your money, you'd be in a better place. But you have no money because you spent it, because you're just living in the moment. Drinking, partying, it's fun now. No one thinks long-term. Nobody makes smart investments. When I was living in my one-bedroom apartment for 4.5 years, do you think I want to live in that shitbox for 4.5 years? Like, it wasn't bad, it wasn't terrible. I say a shitbox because compared to where I'm at now, obviously. But you get the point. No, I didn't want to, but I did because I was thinking long-term. A lot of people, bro, in general in the world today, don't have the capability of living a few bad years. Even a few, let alone like 5 to 10 like I did. That sets you up for a lifetime, my guy. But not many people's that smart. They're needy. They're desperate. They have to find a good time or no struggle. That's the problem. These younger modern day women, bro, they're just running around rampant. They're not thinking long term. They're not knowing, yeah, you're young right now, but guess what? These years are pivotal for you to get the best man you can possibly get, and that's what you want. Don't deny it. You do. And you're not going to get it running rampant. Because these modern day women crave attention more than a relationship. They don't care about relationships when they're young. They are told to have their fun. They are told to do those things, not knowing there's repercussions. There is repercussions. There is consequences for bad behavior. Guess what? If you're a young man and you don't do the work, there is repercussions for that. You did not do the work hard enough. You can think you did. No one cares what you think. You literally didn't. Like, you literally didn't. Well, I worked hard. Bro, I've heard that from people. Bro, you're still smoking cigarettes. You're still smoking cigarettes. You're still goofing off. You're still doing this. I work hard. You literally don't. You don't know what hard work is. You couldn't last a day in my shoes. A literal day. You literally could not keep up. It's about sacrifice, folks. It's about sacrificing what you have to for what you want most. That's the best life. You're going to live a few shitty years. Stop trying to live the best year every year. Every year is just amazing. It's not going to be that way if you want the best life. You're going to have to sacrifice to a degree. These women that are young are not told this. They're told the wrong shit. And they can live how they want. They can. I'm just saying this is the current state of the world. This is the current state of the world. So for those of you guys that are wondering, that's what's going on. These women crave attention. They don't want a relationship with you, at least not right now. They want attention because they're getting the most of it right now. They're riding that wave of attention, importance. That is what they want. That is what they crave. They just have to keep getting it and it fuels their existence. But what really is attention? Like, what really is male attention, male admiration? It's pixie dust. It's nothing. It's actually an illusion. It's a literal illusion. But that's what keeps them going is, he likes me, he wants me. It boosts their confidence and self-esteem. But the thing is, it does nothing for them. It's like dopamine. It's just these hits to the head. But you're building nothing significant. It's pixie dust in the air. You're not building anything. You're not actually getting the best man. You're getting stroked. You're getting your ego stroked. I feel important. I feel pretty. I feel beautiful. That's all they want. Is to feel something good. And they want you to be a part of it. They want you to make them feel something good. Talk to me, this, that. But they don't want nothing real. That's the problem. And it's going to cause some serious problems, folks, going forward in life. Like I said, do you not think there's going to be a crisis on Earth in the next 10, 15, 20 years? There will be. There will be. There's going to, bro, if women don't get their heads on straight, there's going to be a whole flock, there's going to be a whole flock of a generation of women, for the most part, that's just going to get left out in the cold. Just like there's a flock of a generation of men getting left out in the cold right now, guess what? That's going to happen to women, and the men that's getting left out in the cold right now is going to get a bit older, more experienced, more successful, more everything else, and they're going to pick a younger woman that decided to listen, to do what was right, not what they felt like doing all the time. There's going to be ups and downs in relationships. They don't want to experience that. They don't want to put in any work. It's all about just attention, attention, attention. Nobody wants to commit today. Nobody wants to do what's right today. And guess what? You can do what you want, but doing just what you want all the time, it's going to cause some problems. You have to go against your little wants, your little addictions, your little dopamine hits of attention. You have to sacrifice that for a greater purpose. This is what lacks in the world today. Not enough people understand this. Brothers, sisters, you guys understand the amount of females over the past even couple years that have reached out to me, that have boyfriends, that have husbands, some where I come from, some across the world. Their boyfriends, their husbands just don't do it for them. I've had women tell me they're literally embarrassed of their husband and that they're in the situation they're in. But guess what? They're still in it because they know they're not good enough to leave that situation to get any better. But they want better, but they know they can't get it. Which is why they shoot their shot at me and just get turned down. I just think that shit's hilarious, bro. Like, you guys really have no idea, man. You have no idea. And I'm not trying to beat anybody up right now. Like, I'm just being real. Like, I'm just, as I always am. I'm just being 100% serious about what's going on. It's just not everybody wants to hear the truth. Not everybody wants to be held accountable. And this kind of stuff, bro, is not acceptable. There shouldn't be women in relationships reaching out to me. But there is. It is ridiculous. I think it's a joke every single time. It's maddening. It is wild. And this is what they have the ability to do, because guess what? If their husband isn't perfect, if their boyfriend isn't perfect, they're going to seek attention somewhere else while still being in that situation because they know they can't get and lock down any better. But they're still their need for attention and admiration and still is just, it's a hunger, it's a thirst. They have a thirst for it. They have a thirst for it. A lot of these women annoy their husbands. They annoy their husbands. Their husbands don't want to talk all the time. They got shit to do. As do I. As do every man that's worth a damn. Got shit to do. But all they want to do is talk. All they want is time. All they want is attention. And they don't understand the sacrifices we have to make. And they bicker and bicker and bicker and bicker and come at us. Constantly. Constantly. It is greed. It's called get a hobby instead of your little addictions that mean nothing. Your little addictions of attention and all this shit from the opposite gender, it means absolutely nothing. Get a hobby. Do something better with your life. Like, bro, let's say I got this lady by my side. I'm easily gonna tell her and influence her in a way that's gonna make her better by her contributing into the things that she's good at and wants to do. So she's better. You don't need to talk to 1,000 guys. If that's the case, you don't even stand a chance with me. It's not gonna happen. Like, I do what I do. Just because I can attract a whole flock of women doesn't mean I'm gonna go and sleep with all of them, because you and your thirst for attention is the equivalent for me to going and smashing thousands of chicks. It's no different. But we have the discipline to not do that while committing to one woman. But guess what? In modern times, that's not enough for them. Like, it's gonna take two mature individuals to get together to do what's right. And if you don't want to do what's right, there's the door. There's the door. I'm gonna do what's right. You're gonna do what's right. If it ain't that way, there's gonna be nothing. You guys have to have this conversation with your women. Literally. It's cool if that's what you want. If that's the life you want, that's cool. But I'm gone. somewhere else, and I'm going to do something much more beneficial with a human being that deserves it. That I deserve, and she deserves me. We will deserve each other through teamwork, through discipline. We will start a family through teamwork, through discipline. Blood, sweat, and tears, for real. Someone's gonna bleed. Someone's gonna be on a hospital bed, flocking like a fucking pigeon. Because we're gonna do what's right. And we're gonna create something worthwhile. Instead of just being addicted to little dumbass that means nothing. Do you guys understand what I'm saying in this video? Do you guys understand? Don't get in your feelings. Anybody. Do you understand the fucking message in this video? People are putting their lives to shit for attention. Attention! Stupid. You're gonna ruin your life for a little bit of attention to keep you going? You don't think the right man would have kept you going? In fact, you know he would, but you don't have the discipline to even keep up. You don't have the decency to even want to do those things. Why? Because it requires a little bit of work from you, and guess what? It's much harder for that high value man than it is for you, and you still can't do it. This is a problem with the world. Entitlement. No work, nothing. No commitment, nothing. Pure ignorance. Nobody wants to do what's right. But doing what's right versus your little wants and needs and bad addictions is what's going to put you over the top to give you that best life you could possibly live. Do you understand? I hope you do.